The next thing we need to talk about is file management in ArcGIS. File management is critical for several reasons. The first being GIS can create over a dozen companion files that work together to create a data set. We may also need to collaborate with others, requiring sharing of these files. Having a logical file management system helps others to find your files and maintain the file management system. Performing backups and archiving is also made more efficient with a strong file management system. Keeping track of a project's assets is also important. You don't want to mix up work you do for client A with work you do for client B. So what I'm going to do is determine where I'm going to keep all of my files. So how I usually do this is in my computer, I have a drive that is dedicated for my academic work. In this case, it happens to be this drive, drive letter D, Storm 1. I double click on that. Then I also have a place here where I keep all of my projects, and I call this directory projects. Within projects, of course, I have all of my projects. Each folder is named after the project. So we're going to take a look at a project example, and we're going to go down to here where it says project name. So normally what you would do is you'll create a folder in your projects directory and give it the name of the project. So this is generically named project name. Within project name, I have several other subdirectories. I have Adobe, which will contain all of my Adobe files. I have CAD, which will contain all of my CAD files. I have Docs, which will contain all of my documents. GIS, which will contain all of my GIS files. I have Images, 3D Studio Max files, SketchUp, my source files, and my view directory. So we're going to focus on this GIS directory. Within this GIS directory is the geodatabase directory, which is where I will keep my geodatabase. Maps will house all the maps that I create. Models will contain all the models that I create. And raster will contain raster, shapefiles, sources where my source data goes, and workspace is where I will save all of my work in progress. A copy of this file management scheme will be located on the Extra Content CD